I say play, you say pen. Play,
Pen.
play,
Pen.
yes. That's how we do in Pasadena.
Yeah, hi, Joe Schmidt with Collider.com. How's it going, Rob?
There is probably not a bigger proponent of the stuff we do than Collider, and I just want to say thank you for your entire organization because you guys have been awesome.
Damn, I really appreciate that. I only joined this site a couple months ago, but really, I love it.
Then it's not for you. Tell your friends.
Not for me. I will pass the credit on because this is stolen valor at this point.
Great.
But I mean, I'm riding high. My favorite band is reuniting. You are one of my idols, so like this is a cool.
That's amazing.
For me.
Oasis?
Yeah. What's that?
Who's reuniting?
Rilo Kiley.
Oh yeah, I know Rilo Kiley. Yeah.
Yeah. They're. I feel like I'm diverting the time that I have, the precious moments you have. So let's just dive right into it because, Ian Grimm is in a really funny place this season. What's it like? How do you feel? I got to ask, how do you feel that Ian has grown from season 1 to now? Because for the naked eye, it feels like not that much, but there's nuance to it. You know? So what would you say his growth is in season 4?
That's always the trick in television, that you can't, if a character completely changes and learns and or grows like they do at the end of a movie, there's a reason why the movie ends. It's because the story's over. So with television, if you want people to keep coming back, you can have a character exhibit growth or learn something or change, but only to a point because otherwise it ends the story. So with Ian and Poppy, which is the central story of the show, we can always, as long as it feels organic and authentic to who they are, we can have a little bit of growth, a little bit of change in their dynamic, but only insofar as it feels like we can still continue to create the conflict that is what people show up for. So it's always a slippery slope when you start changing a character like this because it completely subverts what you're initially intending to do with the show. So it's been a lot of fun, but we're always very careful to make sure it feels organic.
It's also interesting because this season allows Ian to grow in a different way, especially one of the cool things that everyone loves about Mythic Quest is the standalone episodes. And this one, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just letting you know, David already spoiled it in a previous interview that I did. So he already let it out there. So it's going to go out. But the character that we revisit and how it kind of changes Ian's journey, why was that important? Why was this important to you? And how did this one come about?
Yeah, this is actually something that Megan has been pushing for a couple of years. In fact, we almost did this in the previous year, and I'm glad we waited a year just to get another birthday for. We could talk about it. I'd rather have people know what it's about so that they can want to show up, as long as it doesn't give away anything secret, which it doesn't. But Pudi Shu's a little bit older, and so the reconciliation or attempted reconciliation between father and son, I think, is a really interesting, fun, and complex area for a standalone episode. And Megan would beat this drum pretty loudly. She really wanted to make sure that we were doing a service to that particular story and to that particular character. And she led the charge on that, and she was 100% right, as per usual.
Yeah, I've seen her on the podcast. She's pretty right. She's mostly correct all the time.
Almost always.
Yeah, to an annoying degree, probably for you, I'm sure.
No way. She's the best. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm sure. So one of the cool things about Mythic Quest, and I want to know when you guys realized that you could crack basically any sort of genre or storytelling technique, because I really feel like, the first spin-off episode and then side quests coming out, the pandemic episode, you guys are able to do so many creative things. When did you guys realize in producing the show that you could basically do whatever you wanted?
Well, look, if you surround yourself with the right people and really creative minds and recognize that there are no rules to what we're making here outside of the rules of good taste and legality. It's just storytelling. So there are all sorts of different tools that you can use at your disposal to play with the storytelling, and not just technical tools, but but looking at stories through different prisms and different perspectives, and really going hard for comedy in areas where you wouldn't expect it, and then going hard for drama in ways that you wouldn't expect it. And that's what we're always trying to do, which is to subvert people's expectations and yet make it all feel like it was inevitable. That's the thing we always talk about: surprising but inevitable. It's easy to surprise people, but it doesn't feel linked into a story and organic. It's easy to make something inevitable. You just do the same story over and over again. But to make it surprising and inevitable at the same time is the key to storytelling, and that's what creates goosebumps, and that's what we're always going for.
Awesome. Now I got to wrap, but I've asked everyone else beforehand, so real quick. There's this little known crossover between Abbott Elementary, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah, I guess it was a big deal. But I got to ask you, if Mythic Quest could cross over with another show, what would you choose?
Oh, wow. That is a great question. I think we would go with The Last of Us.
Damn. That's pretty dark, but yeah, I could see Ryan thriving, you know?
I know, but can you imagine like the contagion, like taking over the office, but like a couple of us survive, and then, I don't know, I think that'd be pretty rad.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be a good one. All right, man. Well, hey, this is great speaking with you. Best of luck to you. Season's great.
Thank
Take
you.
care.